Hey friends, it has been so long since I've seen you for a decluttering video, but now we are headed into spring and I have really just been feeling that spring urge to throw out all of my belongings. So if you relate, come along for a little gentle declutter today. I'm doing this after work. It's the evening. I don't really have a lot of bandwidth. It's a Tuesday, like Tuesdays aren't fun. I'm tired, you know, one of those days. So we're just gonna do a wee little declutter. Really encourage you to declutter a few things along with me. Put me down in the background, listen on your AirPods, and get rid of a few things with me as well. So I kind of have a theme for the things I want to get rid of today. And they are things that I think really speak to my general hoarding-ish tendencies. I have a really bad habit of using things until they are so disgusting and decrepit and falling apart and full of holes. And then finally, very reluctantly, I will replace that item and the new item will come and I will still hold on to the old item. Kate, why? Why? I don't understand. So it's a struggle. It's something that I'm working on, but we're all a work in progress and I still struggle with a lot of things around scarcity, and this is one of those things. So with the accountability from you all today, I'm going to finally throw out some very long overdue items that I should have thrown out months or years ago, because I've replaced them and I have suitable, clean, functioning, put together items to replace all of these things. And I just haven't been able to bring myself to let go of the old ones. So I'm hoping that by doing this on video, that it will finally give me the accountability I need. It'll be a nice gentle kickoff to spring cleaning because I want to do a lot more spring cleaning and decluttering videos to come. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you're not already. And let me know in the comments if this is something you've ever done before. If you have bought a replacement for something and then still kept the thing you were replacing. Yeah, if you have any tips, definitely drop them in the comments. So let's go. We're starting off easy, sitting on the floor, and we are starting with socks. Now, I actually ordered a couple new pairs of socks recently, just some crew socks, because I didn't really have any that fit that bill. And I have been slowly over the last year been working through my socks and throwing out the many socks with holes. So it's been a work in progress. But I figured today was a good day to get rid of a few more because I specifically brought these two new pairs of socks into the house, and I'm really trying to be good about either getting things out of the door or doing one in, one out. So because I got two new pairs of socks, I wanted to get rid of a couple pairs, and I knew I had some that absolutely needed to go because half the time I put my socks on in the morning, my toe is sticking through a big hole or there's giant holes in the soles. So like, yeah, I pretty easily found two pairs of socks that need to go. It's hard to tell in video, but yeah, these do have pretty big holes in them. So it's time. I definitely keep things like this way too long, and I am trying to remind myself that it is okay to let things go, especially if you're buying intentionally and sparingly. It's okay to toss out really old, ratty socks. So these are the first items going in the pile. I should also mention that normally I try to donate as much as I can, but probably all of these items for today are gonna go in the trash. They're in pretty bad shape, as you will see. So let's go find the rest of the items. I have probably held on to this for a year unnecessarily. So Lexi broke her harness. Again, this was probably last summer at this point, and she had already chewed through a good chunk of this when she was a puppy, and then it also snapped in another place. And it's just like, I don't know why I was holding on to it if I thought or imagined I would fix it somehow, but it's not fixable. I have owned this harness since she was a puppy. It has served us well for probably 5+ years, but it's time to go for something like a dog harness where this is how I make sure she stays leashed safely. I don't want to have to worry about it. She should be wearing a good, safe harness. And so the fact that this is broken, it actually snapped while she was wearing it. We were like on a walk, I think. or no, it snapped when I was at the cottage with my friends last summer. So yeah, this is one of those things where I'm like, I'm not gonna fix it, and I'm certainly not gonna fix it well enough for it to be safe. And I had bought her a replacement one last summer or fall anyway, so this is what she wears all the time. There's just no need to hang on to stuff like this. I'm saying it out loud for myself to convince myself, but hopefully this is helpful for you too if you also struggle with this. So we are gonna go add this to the pile. Okay, we're in the bedroom now. This is a little gross, not gonna lie, an old night guard. So I have had this sitting in my room for way too long. It's cracked. I guess I was grinding so hard that I cracked it years ago at this point. This happened during the pandemic. I was still living in New York. So this is circa 2021. And I went to the dentist and they fitted me for a new mouth guard. And I have been wearing that at night ever since. Why I kept this, I think initially I was like, it'll be good to have a backup, or maybe I was still trying to use it while I was waiting for my new night guard to come in. And then I think I was just, oh, if I ever lose it's cracked. If you lose your current one, you'll just do what you did last time, which is go to the dentist and get a new one. So I need therapy, I think. Yeah, it's time to let this go. All right, we are back in the main living room area, and this one is also probably something that should have been a no-brainer, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it last fall at the start of the winter, so I've held on to them. Now going into summer, it seems even sillier to hang on to these, but I essentially bought brand new winter boots at the start of the winter, and I tried them out for a little while, and they are fine, and they do the job of winter boots. And I still, for whatever reason, could not bring myself to throw out these old ones. And like, to be clear, they are coming apart. There are holes in these boots all over the place. Like there are cracks here. So again, these are not even donatable. These are not even things probably that I should be wearing. I have probably gotten 5, 6 winters out of these. I just feel so much guilt about throwing things out. It's the guilt of throwing it out, thinking about it ending up in a landfill, and then also just my own scarcity stuff of what if I need a backup pair of winter boots, and just that kind of stuff. So that is why I held on to these, but I think it's pretty clear. It's like, it's time. So yeah, I could really use some extra space when it comes to shoes. I really want to be paring down the number of shoes I own, and this feels like a slam dunk. This is gonna go in the pile as well. All right, this is one I've been going back and forth on for a while now, and going into 2025, I've been really trying to do not a formal low buy, but just, you know, be mindful of my consumption, only buy essentials. And I was trying to reduce my spending on just like shopping for things like electronics or like household goods, things like that. And I really thought I'd be able to get through the year without buying any electronics. I think I might be changing my mind and making a different call right now as we speak, because for the last few weeks, these have been driving me absolutely crazy. These are my Bose headphones, and as you can see, they are actually literally coming apart. And what's happening is as I'm wearing them, it's like shedding. Every time I wear them, it like little black flakes are all over me, all over my skin, all over my clothes. Like they're just truly falling apart. These are probably, you can see it in the band too. I don't know how well you can see it in the video, but it's almost like it's like pilling. The fabric is coming off the plastic. It's not great. They still technically work, but I just, at this point, the integrity of the head, like even like this is just completely coming out now. So I just took a few minutes on my laptop to look up alternatives and to see if Bose has a trade-in program, and they do. So I thought that was actually a really nice one to add to this list of things that I'm gonna declutter. I can't get rid of this right now, but I did pick out my new headphones. I've got a shipping label for me to send these back to Bose by UPS. So I'll be able to get these out of my house, declutter them responsibly. Like I love using recycling programs when I can. And so I know that these are being recycled as good as they possibly can be. It's getting them out of my house so I don't have the thing that when I buy my new headphones, I hold on to these. Like, that's the last thing I want. I want to avoid what has happened with all these other items and just get these out of the house. So I actually, the way that Bose does it is a little bit inconvenient because I have to send these back first. And then when they receive them, then they'll ship me my new ones. But that's fine. I can live without these for, you know, like a week or two. I have AirPods. I'm excited for this upgrade. I got these in 2020 or 2021. So again, I have absolutely worn them to death. I wore them all the time. I wear them constantly for work. I get a ton of use out of stuff like this, and I use my electronics hard, and I basically use them until complete exhaustion. And so I think at that point, as much as I still feel that guilt about consuming and buying new things, like I think it's time. I'm really excited for my new Bose Quiet Comfort Ultras. A little splurge for me, but the trade-in value was better for those ones, and they were $100 off, and I got 13% cash back on Rakuten. So it's like I'm saving money, right? Girl math. So even though I can't add this to the pile right now, I'm really happy that I've got the shipping label, and I will be doing that this week to get these shipped and out of the house and to get my new ones as soon as possible. So that's very exciting. All right, for my last item of the day for this little mini declutter, I actually went back to my shoe cabinet and realized that there was more I could do. So I have had these Brooks for a while. I think it's the Brooks Ghost. And Brooks has a great reputation. They are a great running shoe objectively. They're just not for me. I have a ton of feet and ankle injuries, and just for whatever reason, these were not the right match for me. These are probably the only thing today that I think are still in good enough shape that I can actually maybe give them to someone, like post them on my Buy Nothing group, because the integrity of the shoe itself is still pretty good. Like, you can see the sole is in pretty good shape. They probably just need a good clean, so I can do that, no problem. So we'll see if someone wants them on the Buy Nothing. Like, there usually are takers for things like this that are still in like pretty good wearable condition. So I would love to gift them to someone if I can. And if not, maybe donate them. But I am really glad to finally be getting rid of these because I really tried to make them work for probably way too long. I finally bit the bullet and replaced them with, of all things, Lululemon shoes, which these have been so great. I absolutely love them. They are so comfortable. They have great support. And yeah, I have these replacements already for these Brooks. And again, I've just been holding on to the Brooks for whatever reason. So I am really happy today to be clearing 2 spots in my shoe collection and really just paring down and making space for these new items that I had already purchased. So let's go put these in the declutter pile. So I'm just here bagging up those few items that I had found to throw away. The headphones I will be mailing out later this week. I'm going to take some photos of the Brooks as soon as I finish here and get those posted on my Buy Nothing group tomorrow. Hopefully get them out of the house by the end of the week. And I'm going to go throw this out right now. It might not seem like much, but you know, one step at a time. Life is usually a little too bonkers to really do these huge epic declutters. And as much as I love doing those and watching those, and I think they can be a great jump start to a decluttering journey, a lot of the time it's the little things that we're doing day in, day out, week in, week out that are going to move the needle. We're all out here busy, working, running households. If all you have time for is to declutter like 5 things, then do that. And if you just do that every day for the next week, then you've made a pretty good dent. If you only have the energy to start with 1 drawer, then do that. And it's better than nothing. And I feel like every time I do little mini declutters like this and even just get rid of a small amount of stuff, it still just takes a big weight off. It makes me feel lighter. This is getting me so excited for spring cleaning. So I hope to see you again soon. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.